Good morning, this is Gabriel Jackson, and welcome to BJC Mitzvah Day, number 46, using Sefer Chinuch, a mitzvah that keeps your soul on its way. And here we go. This also is found in Parshas Mishpatim, the second book. The prohibition to diminish the mandated provision of food, clothing, and marital relations. That's the mitzvah, number 46. V'im livno yi'adena k'mishpat habanos yasela im acheres yikach lo she'era k'susa v'nasa lo yigra. If he had designated her for his son, he shall deal with her according to the rights of the young woman. If he shall take another in addition to her, he shall not diminish her food or clothing or her marital relationship. The mitzvah number 43, the mitzvah of Yud, right, designating the master to marry the maidservant or the son if he's not going to, enjoins the master of a Hebrew maidservant to either marry the girl himself or have his son marry her, like I just said. Once married, she sheds her status as maidservant and becomes a free woman. Our mitzvah addresses the husband's obligations that come with marriage. Unlike the previous mitzvahs in this parsha, which were applicable only in earlier times when the laws of Hebrew bondservants and maidservants were in effect, this mitzvah applies to all husbands in all times, regardless of whether his wife was originally a maidservant or a free woman. It is an obligation upon anyone who acquires a Hebrew maidservant and takes her as a wife that he not diminish her required provisions of she'era, kisusa, and ona, as stated in the passage. We're about to learn what those means. The Chinuch defines these terms. The definition of the term she'er is food, meaning that the husband has the obligation to provide food for his wife. Don't let your wife starve, folks. Usually, it's the opposite. But it's our obligation as men to provide food for our wives. Uchsus, kemashbo, ksus is understood in its plain sense as clothing. Ve'oina derech eretz, and ona refers to marital relations. The Chinuch explains that this obligation is not limited to one who married a Hebrew maidservant. All other Jewish women are also included in this prohibition, meaning that a husband may not diminish the required provisions of any of these. It is in fact understood from the following kal v'chomer, which means like all the more so, comparison of these matters. If it is prohibited to diminish the she'er, the kasus, and the owner of this one, i.e. the maidservant who is the subject of this mitzvah, certainly it is prohibited to diminish them for others who were taken in marriage as a free woman. The Chinuch demonstrates that this lesson is implicit in the words of the verse. This is the meaning of that which is written in Exodus, he shall deal with her, i.e. the former maidservant, according to the rights of the young women. The sages said in Mechilta, in explanation of this verse, that from a simple reading it would seem that the verse, according to the rights of the young women, has come to teach us the rights of the maidservant, meaning that upon marriage she has the same entitlements as any free woman. While in fact, it, i.e. the law regarding other women, became the subject of the teaching. For the law regarding all women is actually derived from the law stated regarding the maidservant. This is, in truth, the rights of the young women. That is, in truth, the rights of the young women are not stated anywhere else, and the intent of the verse is to teach that all young women are entitled to the same rights as those stated here regarding the former maidservant. Thus, it is derived from the law of the former maidservant that a husband may not withhold food, clothing, or marital relations from any woman that he marries. We will continue with this mitzvah tomorrow to be part of our new Chai Club membership. $18 a month entitles you to get a sponsorship of at least one mitzvah in the month. Just click on the link below. Until tomorrow.